Om. 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 Sahana vavatu. Sahanau bhunaktu. Sahaviryam karavavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Ma vidvishavahai. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sairam everyone. We will recite the shlokas verses which we have already looked at, and then we will proceed. Arjuna uvacha evam satata yuktaye bhaktastvam paryupasate ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittama. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Vesya Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopeta Te Me Yukta Tamah Mata. Ye Tvaksharamanirdesyam Avyaktam Paryupasate Sarvatra Gamachintyam Cha Kutasthamachalam Dhruvam. Sanniyamyendriyagramam Sarvatra Samabuddhayah Te Prapnuvanti Mameva Sarvabhutahite Ratha. Kleshodhikatarastesham Avyakta Sakta Chetasam Avyakta hi gatir dukkham Dehavadbhiravapyate. Ye tu sarvani karmani Mayi sanyasya matpara Ananyena iva yogena Mam dhyayanta upasate. तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम् मय्येव मन आदत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः। अत चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततः मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय। अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि। अतैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागम् ततः कुरु यथात्मवान्। श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानाध्यानं विशिष्यते। ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः त्यागात् क्षान्तिरनन्तरम्। अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखः सुखक्षमी। सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। Okay, Sairam everyone. So we have covered all the 14 slokas so far, and today we will look at the 15th and the 16th slokas. So so as you can know, Sri Krishna outlined all the approaches, the paths or ways in which we can cultivate bhakti. And then the last two verses, which is the 13th and the 14th, he has started describing the qualities of a bhakta who is dear to him. So this should be the goal. And by cultivating these qualities, or by knowing whether we have cultivated these qualities, we will know whether we are making progress or we have made progress in the Bhakti Marga. So today we will look at the 15th verse. Yasman no dvichate loko, lokan no dvichate cha yah. Harsha marsha bhayodvegair mukto yah sacha me priyah. Yasman no dvichate loko, lokan no dvijate cha yah. Harsha marsha bhayodvegair mukto yah sacha me priyah. Yasman no dvichate loko, lokan no dvichate cha yah. Harsha marsha bhayodvegair mukto yah sacha me priyah. So let's look at any of the consonants which we had to pay attention to while reciting it. The Yasman no dvichate does not have any aspirated consonants. Loko, loka no dvichate, chayah, no aspirated consonants. If you take the next line, second line, harsha, the sha here is cerebral sha, so pay attention to that. The tip of the tongue should point to the roof of the mouth. Marsha, again the sha. The next letter is bha, bhaya, the word bhaya. The bha is the fourth letter in the pa varga, or pa category of consonants, so it has to be aspirated. So bhaya, okay, bhaya. Udvegair mukto ya sa cha me priya. So there are no other aspirated consonants, so there's no need to use extra air or stress. Let's look at the sandhi split. We look at the split of the joints. Okay. Yasman no dvijate comprises of three words. Yasmat, na, udvijate. Okay. Yasmat and na, where ut and na join, becomes inna. It becomes in and na. So it becomes yasmanna. Yasmatna becomes yasmanna. The na and udvichate join, that is the a in the na and the u join to make o sound. So it becomes no dvijate. Na udvijate becomes no dvijate. So when these three are combined, is yasman no dvijate. The next word lokaha, the visarga ha becomes o because of sandhi. So the lokaha becomes loko with sandhi. The next word, there are again three words combining to make one compound word, samasa. Lokat na udvichate. So which is similar to yasmat udvichate. So in the lokat, the it plus na becomes in na. The it becomes in and na. So it becomes lokana. Okay. Na udvijate, as we have seen here, it is no dvijate. Na plus u becomes no dvijate. Lokan no dvijate. So that is the compound word. Chaya, no other change, the rest of the two words. The second line, harsha and amarsha, bhaya, utvegaihi, and muktaha. Okay, all this becomes this harsha, marsha, bhayodvegair, mukto. We look at each individual words. Harsha and amarsha becomes harsha, marsha. Sha plus a becomes sha. Okay, harsha, marsha. Harsha, marsha, bhaya, there is no change to any of the consonants. So it becomes harsha, marsha, bhaya. The bhaya, the ya and u becomes yo. So it becomes bhayodvegaihi. Okay. So that's the change. Ya and u becomes yo. Udvegaihi, the visarga becomes ir when it joins mukta. So it becomes udvegair muktaha. Okay. Udvegair muktaha. The muktaha, because it's followed by yaha, the visarga in the taha becomes o. So to. Mukto, because yaha follows it. Okay. So when we put it all together, it's harsha, marsha, bhayo, dvegair, mukta, mukto. Okay, that's what you're seeing here. So there are 5 words actually have combined to make this whole compound word. Okay. Yaha, the saha has become sa because of sandhi, the visarga gets dropped. It becomes invisible. That's the right way to look at it. Saha becomes sa. Cha, me, priya, no change because of sandhi. So now what we will do is let's look at the word-to-word meaning. The first word is yasmat. So yasmat is the 5th noun form of the word yaha. Yaha means who. Yasmat means from whom. That's the meaning. Yasmat, from whom. This is the Sanskrit usage. In English, if you say due to who, that's the way in the translation, overall translation, you can say. So from whom. Okay, from whom. Na, not. Nice. Negation. So not. Udvijate. Udvijate means getting excited, getting agitated, or getting afflicted. All these can be a meaning of udvijate. Okay. So people getting agitated or troubled or excited. So udvijate. So what it means is from by whom, due to whom there's no agitation. Okay. Who is not agitated? Lokaha. Lokaha is world, is the meaning I have given. So the environment, surrounding, people around, all that is signified by the word Lokaha. So by who, due to whom the world is not agitated. So Bhakta has a quality which is the world is not agitated by that person. So that means the person does not agitate the world. The reality is sometimes people get agitated when somebody doesn't agitate them also. But what it means is that devotee will not have an intent to agitate anyone or anything in this world. Okay, yasman not vijate. So the loka, the world is not agitated by this person or due to this person. Okay, so that means you can say agitation does not come from this person. Okay, yasman not vijate loka. The agitation of the world does not come from this person. Then we look at the next set of words. Lokat, from the world. So again, lokat means, that means it's a 5th noun form or the 5th vibhakti, panchami vibhakti of the word lokaha. So from the world, na udvijate, we have already looked at that, does not get afflicted or agitated. Cha yaha, and, cha means and, yaha means who. So who does not get agitated from the world. So that means the world will not be able to agitate this person. This person will not agitate the world. The world will not be able to agitate this person. Okay. So these are good 2 qualities of a bhakta. Then the next word is harsha. Harsha means joy. elation. If something good happens, we are elated. So that quality is harsha. The next word is amarsha. Amarsha means one who can't put up with anything. Impatience, lack of forbearance. Okay. Lack of forbearance or impatience, wanting something to happen soon. So you can say amarsha means that quality of absence of forbearance. Or joy, elation. The next word is bhaya, fear. Okay. The next word is udvegaihi. So actually udvegaha is the word udvegaihi because it becomes the fifth vibhakti of the word udvegaha, but plural. So that means from joy, lack of forbearance, bhaya, and udvega. That is excitement, joy, lack of forbearance, and fear. Okay, from these, muktaha, one who is free. So the devotee is one who is free from joy or elation or lack of forbearance or fear or excitement. Okay. One who, yaha means whoever is all this. So the yaha, harsha, marsha, bhayodvegaihi muktaha. Okay. Who is free, whoever is free from joy, lack of forbearance, fear, and excitement. Saha, he, such a devotee. Cha and may has two meanings you can use. To me or my. Which is to me is the fourth vibhakti and my is sixth vibhakti. For both, may can be used. So he is dear one to me is something Krishna can say, or he is my dear one. So which both the way you can say. So this is the verse, this verse, which is the 15th verse, which basically says the devotee will not agitate the world. The world will not be able to agitate the devotee. And this devotee will not be is free from elation, lack of forbearance, or fear, or excitement. So these are qualities of a devotee which Krishna says, and such a devotee, Krishna says, is dear to him. So we will look at some excerpts from Swami's discourse. Though there are many Gita verses Swami has spoken about, this particular verse Swami has not specifically spoken about, or at least that is not available in this Sathya Sai speaks available, because sometimes they summarize, they have summarized the talks of Swami. So I have to pick something which is closer to the meaning. So let's take a look at it. Whatever be the circumstances with which you are confronted, do not get excited or agitated. Allow time for nobler feelings to well up from inside you and manifest themselves. By practicing patience and forbearance, you will be able to acquire all the other important spiritual qualities such as mind control, faith, renunciation, endurance, and concentration. This will bring a state of inner purity and fill you with abiding peace. Inner purity is much more important than outer purity. The Lord is ever present both inside and outside. Therefore, both the inner and outer, the entire place where the Lord is to be found, must be purified and sanctified. Then the indwelling God will protect you wherever you go. I picked up this because Swami has talked about not getting excited, agitated. Allow time by practicing patience and forbearance. So we should be free from harsha, marsha. Okay. So because of that, I thought that this sort of nicely explains to us what a devotee has to do and how to cultivate these qualities. And Swami has spoken about purity. Actually, some of this is coming in the next verse. So as you can see, Swami, the theme of this Swami's talk on 22nd August 1996 relates to these qualities of a devotee. We will take a look at the next discourse. Except when there are any differences between students and the centers of learning, it is up to the students to make a peaceful and gentle representation to the authorities. Then the authorities will also be in a gentle mood to consider representation. On the other hand, if the students indulge in violent demonstrations, they are forgetting their natural role in life. If the student is a seeker of Vidya, he should not behave in a manner that tells us that he is going on the path of ignorance. Even if you win your point through violent agitation and by creating trouble for others, such gains will not be permanent gains for the student body. Several people want to whip up a revolution, but do not know what they want to achieve. So as you can see, we may all think that we are not agitating anyone, others are not agitated. But as you can see, Swami says, whenever there are differences, it has to be dealt with in a peaceful and gentle manner by proper representation. And rebellion and revolution or any form of agitation will not get lasting peace. We'll look at the rest of the excerpt. What we can achieve through love, tolerance, and peace is always greater and more lasting than what we can achieve through a violent revolution. What we gain through violence will be temporary and unholy. Indians achieve their freedom by adopting the technique of peaceful agitation and not through violent revolution. What we want to gain, when we want to gain something good, naturally we will be confronted with certain difficulties. We should not be deterred by these obstacles, but go ahead focusing on the goal that shines ahead of us. And so I thought I will just, these two excerpts talk about this udvijate, na udvijate. Well, so I thought it'll be nice to read. Now let's go to the next verse. Anapekshaha suchirdaksha udasino gatavyatha sarvarambha parityagi yo mad bhakta sa me priya. Anapekshaha suchirdaksha udasino gatavyatha sarvarambha parityagi yo mad bhakta sa me priya. Anapekshaha suchirdaksha udasino gatavyatha sarvarambha parityagi yo mad bhakta sa me priya. We will look at consonant which we have to pay attention to. Anapekshaha. This ukshaha means it's uk and sha. The sha is cerebral sha, so the tip of the tongue should point to the roof of the mouth when you say sha. Okay, uksha, anapeksha. Suchirdaksha, again the same sha. Udasino, no aspirated consonants. Gatavya tha. The tha is the second letter in the tha category of letter consonants. So tha, there should be extra air and some stress. Gatavyatha. Now we'll look at the second line, Sarvarambha. Bha in this compound consonant. The second letter Bha is an aspirated one, so it has to be stressed a little bit. Sarvarambha Parityagi. Yo Mat Bhaktaha. In the second letter, which is a compound consonant, Bha, the Bha is the fourth letter, just the way Sarvarambha is the fourth letter in the Pa Varga or per category of consonants. So it has to be aspirated. Mad Bhaktaha. Okay. Sa Me Priyaha, there are no aspirated consonants. Let's look at the Sandhi split. The first word is Anapekshaha, no change due to Sandhi. So we are okay. Actually, when we chant it, the Ha becomes actually Ush. Anapeksha Shuchir Daksha. But I don't want to get into technical information which is not there present. Okay. Anapekshaha. Next word, compound word made up of two words, which is Suchihi and Dakshaha. So the Visarga in the Suchihi, the last Visarga, becomes Ir, and that's how you get Suchir Daksha. Okay. Suchir Daksha. Then in the Visarga, at the end of the Daksha gets dropped because it's followed by U. So it becomes Suchir Daksha. The individual words are Suchihi and Dakshaha. The next word is Udasinaha. Here with the Visarga at the end has become O. So that's how you get Udasinaha becomes Udasino. Katavyatha, no change. In the next word, it's actually one word, but there are individual words inside, which is Sarva Arambha Parityagi. I have not split it here. Sarva Arambha Parityagi. So you can say Sarva and Arambha become Sarva and Arambha. The Va and A becomes Sarvarambha. Sarvarambha Parityagi. There is no other change. The next word is Yaha, which has become Yo because of Sandhi. Mak Bhaktaha, no change. Saha has become Sa because it has dropped the Visarga. Otherwise, no change. Okay, so the individual words are Anapekshaha, Suchihi, Dakshaha, Udasinaha, Gatavyathaha, Sarvarambha Parityagi, Yaha, Mad Bhaktaha, Saha Me Priyaha. So let's look at the word-to-word meaning. Anapekshaha. Anapekshaha means one who does not have any expectation, does not wish, does not hope, does not desire. All these meanings can be given to the word anapeksha because it comes from the word apeksha. Apeksha means expectation, hope, wishing for something. Okay. Again, apeksha also comes from the word apa and iksha. Iksha is to see, to attain, attain something. Apeksha means to attain something, wanting something. Anapeksha means one who does not expect anything, does not want anything. So a devotee is someone who is completely without any expectation whatsoever. Anapeksha. Suchihi. Suchihi. Suchi means cleanliness. Suchi means cleanliness. So one who is completely clean. Okay. Swami will, I have a nice excerpt from Swami. We'll look at it. Suchi means clean inside and outside, Swami says. Such a person is Suchi. The next word is Daksha. Daksha. So Daksha means one who is very clever, capable, who is very diligent in what they do, who are knowledgeable, a wise person. All these qualities, Daksha. As an aside, Daksha Prajapati, the father of Sati, Daksha was considered someone who was very, very clever, very capable, very knowledgeable, and so on. Of course, because of that, actually, the ego actually brought out his downfall. But Daksha is someone who is capable of doing anything, who can create anything, who can manufacture anything, who can build anything. That person is Daksha. So actually, Daksha only has, in other languages also, it has become, in Tamil also, there was a Tachan. A carpenter is called Daksha. Actually, they are the ones who are like an architect. They can build, they can craft, they can create. They are very, very good at it. Such people are Daksha. Okay? Daksha is one who is diligent, wise, and skilled. So that is our devotees. The next quality is Udasinaha. Udasinaha means one who is capable of ignoring anything, who can be indifferent to anything in this world. So the devotee will ignore all that is negative, all that this world has. Whether it's positive or negative, he will just be indifferent, will not be affected by it. So Udasinaha, one who is indifferent, who ignores everything of the world. The next one is Gata Vyataha. Gata Vyataha. Vyataha means Vyataha. The second part of this means worries. Vyataha means one who worries, who is always sad, who broods over things, who fears things. Okay, all negative emotions. Okay, that is Vyataha, that which actually wastes away one's person, who drains someone's of energy. That a person who is always indulging in things which drains all his capability, by the form of worry, fear, anger, sadness, and so on, is Gata. Gata means gone. All such things are gone. So person who is free from any worry, sorrow, okay. So any such things which actually makes a person drain their emotional energy, mental state, it's all gone. Okay, because they are udasinaha, because they ignore everything, no worry, no fear for a devotee. Gata vyataha. So the next word is sarvarambha parityagi. Sarvarambha parityagi. Generally, you take any commentary, any translation, they will say, they will give the meaning as sarva means all, arambha means beginning or undertaking, parityagi means one who has given up. So general meaning you take in any Gita translation, they will say one who has given up all undertakings, all beginnings. Okay, and of course they will qualify that, saying that the person has given up all undertakings which have a goal in mind, which have a desire for the fruits. That's the general translation. But I have given this translation here, one who has renounced pride and ostentation, injurious undertakings. That's the meaning I have given here. That's based on Swami's discourse. So you can ask, how can you give a meaning like that? So I did some research. See, the word sarva, one of the meaning is to all, everything. But it also has a meaning of injury or killing. Sarva can also means doing injury or killing something. Okay. Sarva has that meaning also. I don't know whether we have looked at the sarva only becomes sharva I don't know whether even we looked at Shopasana mantra and Sharvaya Namaha, that means one who brings about the end, who injures. All that also, that meaning, which is the same Sarva. So Sarva has a meaning like that, but it's not very used in a common way. But that meaning exists. If you look at certain dictionaries, you will find that meaning. Okay, Sarva is injuring or killing. The next word is Arambha. Arambha generally is said to be beginning. Yes, Sister Aruna.
Brother, the sarva is used for everything too, right?
Yes. Yes. See, each of the words, sister, has multiple meanings depending on the context.
Oh, depending on the context. Okay.
Context. Because in Sanskrit, one word doesn't have only meaning. It just describes a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can say, how can sarva means killing somebody? Also you can say.
Yeah, that's the reason.
See, when you want to make a collection of something, each individual thing actually disappears. See, individuals exist. If you say all, you have basically ignored their individuality and you have made everything one. So that means the individuality is lost, is destroyed. Okay. So there's no one is separate them. So the process of collecting everything also has within it some destruction also. Okay.
Yeah.
So sarva is, so everything has a certain description. Okay. So sarva has that meaning of injury and killing also. Arambha parityagi. Arambha generally will people say starting something. But it also has a meaning in a dictionary, in a work called Medini Kosha. See, in Sanskrit, there are many koshas, which are dictionaries. You can say, or thesaurus, which have synonyms. Certain works have given. Amara Kosha is one, Medini Kosha is another one. These are well-known works of Sanskrit lexicography, so which basically gives the meaning of words, synonyms, and so on. So in the work called Medini Kosha, the word Arambha has been given the meaning Darpa. Darpa is a quality of ostentation, pride. Thinking that one is better than the other. And to some extent, showing off. Ostentation. Okay, pride and ostentation which comes out of that is called Darpa. Swami defines this word Darpa in Prashnottravayani, if anyone wants to look at it. Specifically the word Darpa. So, Arambha can also mean Darpa. Okay. We can go into details. What is the Arambha itself can be broken into Rab, and so on. But it basically has another meaning. Arambha is beginning something, but it also can be ostentation and pride. So, Parityagi means who has completely given up. The word pari also comes. Tyaga means to give up. But Parityagi means properly, appropriately. I have discussed this pari in terms of pariprashna and so on. You can ask questions, but you have to ask the right questions, appropriate questions. What has to be given up has to be given up. Parityaga means that is giving up what has to be given up. So Sarva and Arambha Parityagi. So Swami later on we will see in the discourse. So one who gives up any pride and ostentation and injuring others. That is Sarva Arambha Parityagi, not giving up all activities, not doing anything. And just to talk about Arambha, when anyone says they want to start something, we all start with the view that we know how to do it. We know this is going to be better. That tendency can come. So that has to be given up. Okay, so I will move on to the next rest of the shloka. Yaha, who? So whoever is anapeksha, suchihi, daksha, udasina, gatavyata, sarvaramba parityahi, which whoever devotees like that, mad bhaktaha, he says my devotees, mad bhaktaha, my bhaktas who are all this. Saha, he, may, to me, priya, dear. So Krishna is telling, among all my devotees, whoever worships me, among them, whoever is anapekshaha, whoever is suchihi, dakshaha, udasinaha, gatavyataha, sarvaramba parityagi, they are very dear to me. They are dear to me. That's what Krishna says. I think I have a very long excerpt from one of Swami's discourse. This is a verse from the Bhagavad Gita, which Swami has spoken about at least 10-20 occasions. The entire discourse has been on this shloka. So I've taken one such discourse, and so it's a lengthy one, but I think let's go through, because Swami is talking about each of these qualities. So let's go. For those at the end of the excerpt, I will give the date of the discourse, so you can go and refer if you wish. But let's go through. Swami is starting the discourse with this verse. Anapeksha suchirdaksha udasino gatavyatah sarvarambha parityagi yo mad bhakta same priyaha. The verse which Swami recites at the beginning of the discourse itself is this verse. That devotee of mine who, expecting nothing, is pure, dexterous, unconcerned, free from distress, and renounces all undertakings, is dear to me. This is what the translator translated as. So I will leave it at that. The first quality figuring in this shloka is anapeksha. This term means to be free from any kind of apeksha, expectation or desire. Can a man having a body, mind and intellect be free from desires at all? It is impossible. But such a state can be realized by an effort of will. There are many in the world who seek sensuous pleasures from moment to moment. Most people crave for such pleasures. This method is described in the Gita as Preyo Marga, the pleasure-seeking path. As against this, there is another path which confers experience of self-realization and which transcends the senses. This is called Shreyo Marga, the superior, righteous path. This path is not easily intelligible to all. It is not also accessible to all. Consequently, the general mass do not favor this path. In the world, there is on the one side the attraction of the Preyo Marga, and on the other the Shreyo Marga. However, those who seek the pleasures of the senses take to the Preyo Marga. Only the jnanis, the spiritually wise persons, who are indifferent to the fleeting mundane pleasures derived from the senses and who are austere and pure-hearted, pursue the Shreyo Marga. There's another path which transcends the path of prayers, pleasure, and Shreyas. These two paths encompass all the possible desires of human beings. Anapeksha goes beyond both of them. Anapeksha is described as being free from desires. So Swami is saying an anapeksha is someone who transcends both Preyo Marga and Shreyo Marga. So Swami is giving a very high status for this quality of anapeksha. We'll go to the But this is not wholly correct. It is when a man gives up the feeling in the performance of all actions that I am the doer, the sense of ego, I am the experiences, the sense of fulfillment of desire, that true anapeksha emerges. This means that conceit of doership and the sense of enjoyment of desired things should be wholly renounced. This is the true state of anapeksha, desirelessness. It is only when all actions are done as an offering to God that anapeksha prevails. When such a feeling fills the heart of the devotee, the divine confers beatitude on him. Such a devotee is dear to the Lord. If you want to earn the love of the Lord, you have to render service to anyone, anywhere, as an offering to the Lord. The second quality is suchi, purity. There should be both inner and outer purity. Bodily purity relates to the physical. It covers such cleansing acts as bathing, wearing clean clothes, eating pure food, and the like. Even in studies, the book should be wholesome and elevating. But mere external cleanliness without internal purity is of no value. Everyone, from the scholar to the common man, is concerned only about external cleanliness and not about the purity of the heart within. However pure the ingredients may be, if the vessel in which they are cooked is not clean, the food will be spoiled. For a man, his heart is the vessel, and he must see that it is kept pure and untainted. For the purification of the heart, everyone must undertake selfless service. Attachments and aversions which pollute the mind should be eschewed by concentrating on seva. It is only when the heart is pure that selfless service can be performed. Hence, both bodily and mental purity are essential for a good devotee. The third quality is daksha. This means that everyone should regard his life as a form of penance. Everyone must have daksha, firm resolution, that as long as life lasts, he will dedicate himself to the service of his fellow man. Thereby, he will realize his oneness with all mankind. Such a feeling of unity will lead to God realization. Service is the only way to get rid of selfishness and self-centeredness. A devotee who has resolved upon such service is dear to the Lord. The fourth quality is udasinaha. This means indifference towards sorrow and joy, loss or gain, honor or dishonor. You must be concerned only to see whether your actions are pure and selfless according to your conscience. Nothing else matters, neither the praise nor the blame of other people. When your conscience tells you that what you are doing is good, you may go ahead regardless of the opinion of others, whether they are your kinsmen, your friends, or others. This is the true meaning of udasina, indifference. You should not be swayed by fears or threats. In this context, it's advisable for sevaks to keep away from politics. Sometimes out of a desire for recognition or publicity, one may be tempted to cultivate men in power. This temptation corrupts your mind by developing the udasinata, spirit of indifference. In its best sense, you must seek to serve all with a feeling of love. Indifference should not assume the form of arrogance or ostentatious condescension. Adhere to what is right and turn away from what is bad. That's the highest udasinata. Next quality is gatavyataha, free from worry. This means that there should be no worry regarding what is past. A man with worries can never accomplish anything. One should not worry about what is past or what is in the womb of the future. It is such worry that's the cause of all man's troubles. There's no meaning in worrying about the unknown future. Keeping the present in view, men should engage themselves in right actions. The past and future are in the present. The devotees who do their duty in the present are dear to the Lord. The sixth quality is sarvarambha parityagi, renunciation of all undertakings. This is meaning given by the translator. This means that there should be no ostentation or showing off in any undertaking by a devotee. Unless ostentation is given up, egoism will not go. The ego must be eliminated for purifying the heart. No good deed can be done without purity in the heart. It is through sacred deeds that the heart is purified. Let's see, the O seems to have gotten lost. Ostentation is a demonic quality. It encourages egoism and megalomania. One should seek to acquire a good name through selfless service alone. It should be done with humility and sincerity. One who aspires to become a national leader must first know how to render service. He should not seek office or position. The Sai organizations have been set up for rendering service and not to establish official positions. Seva should be done out of a sense of duty. Seva brings out all that is great in man. It broadens the heart and widens one's vision. It fills one with joy. It promotes unity. It proclaims the truth of the Spirit. It drives out all the evil qualities in a man. It must be regarded as a great spiritual discipline. We are born to serve, not to dominate. Everyone in the world is a servant and not a master. All relationships, husband and wife, mother and child, the employer and employee, are based on mutual service. The world is progressing because of such mutual service. If the principle of service did not operate, the world would come to a halt. Do you regard an officer as a superior? It is not so. Even he is a servant. It is only when man is filled with the spirit of service that his divine nature is revealed. He then experiences the peace that passeth understanding. What is the reason for the lack of peace in the world today? It is because there is no harmony in thought, word, and deed in the lives of people. This is a discourse Swami gave in 1990, November 20th. So this I think that's the excerpt, where Swami has gone into detail about each of the words. Some of this commentary you will not get in any established existing works of commentaries. Even great works like Shankara Bhashya, Ramanuja Bhashya don't have this kind of explanation which Swami has given us. And we are lucky to have been able to get it from Swami and read it and understand. So with this, what I have prepared for today is over. If there are any questions, I can discuss anything which we have read today or studied today. So I think there are no questions, so no comments. So I think we can, it's 10 o'clock only. I didn't, maybe I should have prepared another sloka, but it's okay. We will continue. We have 4 more verses to complete. Maybe it'll take about 2 or 3 weeks. After that, I was wondering, I think there were a request to continue this session. So I was thinking of doing Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam is a work by Adi Shankaracharya. There are 32 verses in the work. But Swami had taken half of it, about 16 of them, and Swami had given discourses in 1973 during the summer course. I thought we could do that. That's something similar. Bhaja Govindam is also to sing, to pray to Govinda. So I thought it would be nice, because that's a series of talks which Swami had given. So I thought I will take that up. I don't know whether any of you know. That was one of the integral part of the curriculum of the Balavikas. Even here, but I think it was removed, I think, sometime back. But originally it was there, in the 90s at least. So some of the Balavikas gurus may have read it and taught it to students. But I thought we will cover that, so that will take us for a few months to complete. So that's the plan, unless someone has some request. If people feel we can wind up the class, that's also okay. So I will just leave it at that. Saira. Maybe we'll close with Samasta Loka and Shanti. Saira. Om Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sairam, everyone.